Nobody's got time for 20-minute long review videos when you can explain what you need to in 5 minutes. Here's a cut the bullshit review video on Ghost of Tsushima. So right off the bat, I'm gonna let you guys know if I think it's worth it, and 100% I think it's worth the money you spend on it. If you're a fan of RPG games, then you gotta get it. I'm not gonna ramble on comparing this game to other games like Assassin's Creed, The Witcher, Far Cry, and even Fallout. But I can confidently say if you like those kind of RPG styles where you just have an endless world to explore, numerous collectibles to collect, and the scenery to enjoy to look at, then 100% you will like this game because it collects all of those great features of an RPG and puts it in a samurai-based gameplay. So I'm gonna boil this review down to the elements that actually make an RPG enjoyable to play, and those are the abilities, the armor, the exploration, and the overall graphics and scenery of the gameplay. So Ghost of Tsushima, or however you're supposed to say the second part, has a very comfortable ability system. And when I say comfortable, I mean you're not expected to go down a very long skill tree in order to get some things that you want. You can pick and choose between your offensive, your exploration, your defensive, your abilities, and little side things that you can get as well without being daunted with everything else. It really allows you to play the game you want to play in. If you need help in the defensive aspects or evasion, you can go into that. If you want more so the offensive stuff, get additional kunai to throw, more bombs to throw, additional assassination kill chains. It allows you to pick the skills you want to choose and not have to deal with the unnecessary ones that you don't usually like playing with. This game really allows you to play how you want to play it. So when it comes down to the weapons and the armor that's presented in the game, they limit you on the loot pool of them. And what I mean by that is you're not running around looking for different weapons to upgrade and level up. In a sense, they only give you one katana and one dagger that you use because you are a samurai, which is totally fair. However, you are able to upgrade that weapon multiple times to increase its damage and whatnot. And they'll also give you tons of variety to use to change the vanity and the look of the overall weapons. When it comes down to the armor, they only have about 11 armor sets, but you're not able to interchange the shoulders with the chest piece with the legs. It's one particular armor set that focuses on different playstyles of the game. If you like exploration, they got an exploration armor that you can level up and eventually increase your passives towards the gear. They also have melee, they got ranger, they got more of a tankish, they got assassination, and then whatever else in between to kind of make the playstyle the way you want to play it, or even interchange armor sets depending on the situation that you're currently in. Even with the lack of customization with the weapons and armor, I never really found that it was lackluster in the game. I found that the vanity and also the progression to upgrade all these armor sets made it really interesting and unique. No matter what armor set I was using, it felt a little bit different and it helped around depending on what playstyle I was doing. A lot of the times I would have the exploration armor on and I would just be traveling, and it actually gives you a slight vibration when you're close to these collectibles, because there are a lot of collectibles in this game, and I'll get to that shortly. Ghost of Tsushima still lets you change around a little bit of gear, primarily the headpieces. You have a hat or kind of a headband that you can interchange between, and also like a bandana or a cowl, or like the Ghost of Tsushima mask you see on the screen right here. A lot of those things do not provide you with any passive bonuses. They don't do anything differently. They're strictly cosmetic, and you're able to collect a lot of them throughout the game and really customize how you want your character to look. Now, to kind of touch on the settings and the exploration of the game is a very, very attractive and visually appealing game. It's very bright. It never seems like there's a dull spot. Sometimes at night it'll get a little bit too dark, but you can adjust that through the brightness. And the game likes to offer a lot of accessibility things to players that aren't as advanced at the game. If you've never been too good at first-person shooters, the whole aiming aspect of it, they have an auto-aim feature that when you aim in with the bow, it will automatically target onto somebody. Very, very easy to use and helps out a lot. There's also no mini-map in the game, and it's actually not as bad as you think. They use the wind as an aspect of guiding you, so if you flick up on the pad, it will actually blow the wind and you just follow it. And it was never lost in the game. It's easy to find collectibles, especially if you have the Explorer armor. There was never a dull moment when I was trying to figure out where to go. They also have 14 different collectible things you can do around the map, and I found it very meditative going to find this stuff. Sometimes when you go off track to go find something, when you're doing a mission, you're getting a little bit bored, they have lots of things for you to go around and explore the map, and they really put the full map to its advantage. Some of the collectibles are purely around lore and don't do much for you. However, a good portion of them actually do help increase either your health, your resolve, get additional shrines, or even increase your vanity, so it's great to wander off and go find these. Now for the story. I don't want to talk about this too much because I want you to experience it yourself, but the story was phenomenal. And there's two different types of side missions too. There's side missions that enhance the lore of the characters you're playing with, and there's also little dinky side missions like go save this person, go save that person. Either way, they never felt like they were a burden or a drag on the gameplay, and I actually wanted to do them a lot of the time. The character stories were phenomenal and just a great addition to the game. Long story short, if you like RPGs, you'll most definitely like this game. It's a great addition to the RPG series, and it's in freaking Japan. How dope is that? But that's pretty much it for this no BS review. If you guys like this form of review, chuck a like and consider subscribing. Other than that, peace and take it easy.